Hello all, and yeah, I'm back after I don't know how long. No, this will not be a Capital Punishment review, only because I have not seen it. For those of you wondering why, well, at my job, Father's Day, which was this last Sunday, that is like second Sunday for us. Or second Sunday. Yeah, second Christmas for us. So yeah, the last 2 weeks have been pretty insane for me. So, Sunday, I watched part of it, but got kind of bored with it, and just wound up watching the end of Game of Thrones on HBO instead. So I haven't gone back and haven't watched it. I don't know if I will. So if you guys get a review of it, feel lucky. However, this is really the first day I've had to actually do a video since then. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a video before Sunday, so yeah, we're going to get an ROH video. A little bit of a hype video. Not going to be so much of a hype video as me just running down the card a little bit. Giving my thoughts. This is a pretty important show, as this is the first pay-per-view, or this is the last pay-per-view before Ring of Honor goes to television. So, a lot of things are probably going to be set up on this show. We're going to probably, a lot of things as far as what we're probably going to get at television at the first tapings will definitely be set up on this show. So, important show in that way. Not only that, but there is some actually important stuff that looks to be happening on this show. Not just the main event, but let's get started with this. First of all, we're going to have a dark match for everybody that is in New York or around New York or might be going to this show. You get a special match that no one else is going to get to see till this comes out on DVD. I would imagine this is on here for two purposes. One, to help sell out the building, and two, to help sell the DVD when the DVD comes out. Because that's still, Ring of Honor's business plan. I don't necessarily agree with it. We'll see if it changes once television starts. But hey. But that's going to be GenerationMe taking on Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. So, there you go. Match starts at 3:30, so it's definitely before the show. For those of you who don't know, this will be an early show because it is on a Sunday, and it will start at 4 p.m. Eastern, which means I will not get to see the show live because I will myself be at work. I might get to see the end of it, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But anyway, so that's the dark match that no one's going to get to see except those in attendance and when people get to see the DVD. So there we go. Copacabana is going to take on Champa with the Embassy. We've pretty much seen this sort of play out. This should be okay, I would say. Yeah, there we go. That's all I'm really going to say about that. Then we have, of course, Homicide taking on Rhino. He's being brought in as the enforcer for the Embassy. For those of you not aware, it looks like Homicide probably will not be on with Ring of Honor once television starts. Due to the whole urban wrestling thing, it looks like. I'm still not really sure, but I guess we'll find out. They've brought in Rhino not as a special kind of enforcer to take out Homicide. I'm fine with this. I think Rhino's still a name. He's still a name that, people that follow Ring of Honor know. From what I've heard, from the last couple of people that have seen him on live events, he's actually been pretty good since leaving TNA. So we'll see. We'll see what we'll get. I expect this could be okay. This could be good. This could be nothing. It's a no-holds-barred street fight, so it could wind up being interesting. Who knows? That's very much of a who-knows fight, or wrestling match, in my opinion, is what we're going to get. Then we're going to get Mike Bennett, the Prodigy, taking on Jay Lethal. This should be interesting. I know a lot of people are kind of like, Jay Lethal taking on Mike Bennett, but given Mike Bennett's style, it's a very non-Ring of Honor, traditional Ring of Honor style, but I think him and Jay Lethal could have a pretty good match, because I think Jay Lethal probably has a better idea of how to work with him with that style. So, again, I don't expect a lot with this match. Could turn out to be really good. Could turn out to be just okay, but there we go. Then we get into the kind of the meat, if you will. These next 4 matches have a lot of stuff going on with them. First of all, we have Steve Corino with Jimmy Jacobs taking on Michael Elgin. Really, the story behind this match is that Steve Corino, because he feels like they're outnumbered because of the House of Truth, has been trying to convince Jimmy Jacobs, and Jimmy Jacobs kind of gone along with it, and convince Ring of Honor to let Kevin Steen come back. So yes, this could be the show where Kevin Steen finally returns to take on, oddly enough, the House of Truth. I wonder where I heard that before. And yeah, so we're going to see how this plays out. This should be an interesting deal, I think. I think Steve Corino's character, as far as, you know, this heel who's trying to make amends for all the bad stuff he's done, I think has been very good, and I've enjoyed it a lot. So the matches have been okay, I would say, but this should be interesting, to say the least. This is definitely a storyline, which, you know, Ring of Honor doesn't have match, so there we go. Then, oddly enough, what they have next is Christopher Daniels taking on El Generico. This is for the TV title. I expect El Generico to go over here. I expect El Generico to win. If Kevin Steen is there, I would not be shocked if magically Kevin Steen doesn't interfere in this match. Interesting. Probably, maybe letting El Generico win. Interesting stuff. Okay, then we have the ROH World Tag Team Title 4-Way Elimination match with World's Greatest Tag Team, Kings of Wrestling, All Night Express, and the Briscoe Brothers. Now, I have a problem with this match only because it felt like they kind of just threw this together, and to me personally, I think that I would have much rather seen Jay and Mark Briscoe and the All Night Express actually have and since we're not going to get that, I can say this, a 2 out of 3 falls match, because, you know, that's like the Briscoes match, for those of you not aware, and then have the All Night Express go over Jay and Mark 2 falls in a row. That's what I would have done, but I'm not them, so hey. So we get this instead. This is an elimination match, which means this match probably will have a good stretch of time in it. Should be, I would imagine, a very fast-paced, very good match. This should be a great match. I have very little doubt of that. If you haven't seen, particularly, if you haven't seen the Briscoes promo leading up to this, pretty evident that Ring of Honor is letting them just kind of go crazy as the Briscoes as heels, which is very fresh and very cool, and yeah, awesome. I would be shocked if we get a title change here. I really would. And if we did, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the All Night Express who actually goes over. But I don't expect a title change, but I do expect a great match, and this should be a lot of fun. So then we get the main event, kind of the what is everything's kind of been built around, which is Eddie Edwards defends the title against Davey Richards. Davey Richards says this will be. He said this would be his last shot at the Ring of Honor Championship. If he loses, that's it. Eddie Edwards said if Davey wouldn't take him on, he was going to quit. So here we go. We're going to find out who is the best in the world. And there's lots of questions exactly what's going to happen. Now, I will say that I will be pretty shocked if Davey Richards doesn't win here, even though I'm not totally sure that he should win here just because of television. I don't think he should be the champion when television starts. I don't think Eddie should be either. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do here. But I would be kind of shocked if Davey doesn't win. I do expect a great match. If you saw their match for the TV title to be the first television title, that was an awesome match, or a great television match. And I expect for a pay-per-view in front of a crowd like this should be an awesome match. So I'm looking really forward to this pay-per-view. I definitely don't think it's the strongest pay-per-view Ring of Honor's had, but I do think it, storyline-wise, I think this is probably the strongest pay-per-view since Final Battle, to be honest. There's a lot of different storylines going on. I mean, you've got the Homicide, Embassy stuff. You've got the Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs stuff, along with the House of Truth, and then El Generico in the House of Truth. So there's a lot of storylines that go into this, and of course you have the Davey Richards title hunt storyline. So there's a lot of storylines. It's a very storyline-driven, I would say, pay-per-view for Ring of Honor, which is something we haven't really seen. So, but I am looking forward to it. I expect a really good night of wrestling, and, you know, like I said, I would much rather talk about this, where I think I'm going to actually, get my money's worth and my time's worth on top of that, than, watching a WWE event. So, that is that. So, with that, let the hate begin. I'm sure I will not be the last one to put up one of these videos. I know I'm not the first one to put up one of these videos. I know the haters will start. You don't believe me, all you have to go is you have to go see the actual awesome hype video that was put up by a 16-year-old, I guess, what is he, 17-year-old now? I think he's 17. Year-old kid, which, yeah, pretty much blows away anything I could do. So, there you go. I'll put a link in the description box for that. But anyways, with that, I'm out. Order the pay-per-view. You know you want to, so order it. Don't stream it, please. There we go. I'm out. Later.